And I rise today to remember the life of Harold Lee Frank and to recognize his dedication to family, freedom, and service. Born in 1924 in Davidson County, North Carolina, Harold Frank came of age during the Great Depression. When his country needed him, he answered the call to serve during the Second World War. Assigned to U.S. Army's 90th Infantry Division, he landed on Utah Beach, Normandy, France on June 6, 1944, D-Day. After receiving a gunshot wound to his shoulder, he was captured by German troops on July 8, 1944, and was held as a prisoner of war by the Nazis. As a prisoner, his wound was treated for infection by a fellow American medic, POW, and the bullet was eventually removed on October 13, 1944. PFC Frank was actually allowed to keep the German bullet that was extracted from his shoulder. On July 5, 1945, he was released from prison and was found by an American Army unit. After the war, PFC Frank was awarded the Purple Heart and a Bronze Star. He was also knighted by the French ambassador to the United States and awarded the French Medal of Honor for his courage and for his valor. Once home, he married the love of his life, Reba Mae McDaniel Frank. They were married for 68 years until her passing in 2016. Harold continued to give back to his community as a county commissioner and a special deputy sheriff. He also assisted in organizing the Kernatzer-Doolin Volunteer Fire Department. Throughout his life, Harold maintained a desire to serve. He traveled as a motivational speaker at numerous military and veterans events. Friend, travel companion, and fellow U.S. Army veteran Mark Hagler wrote a book about Harold titled The Last of the 357th Infantry, and would later produce a documentary titled From BAR to POW, highlighting his experiences as a POW. Harold returned to Normandy for the 75th anniversary of D-Day in 2019. He visited the National War Memorial, World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C. on an honor flight and was recognized by the Gary Sinise Foundation Soaring Valor Flight to visit the National World War II Museum in New Orleans, Louisiana. Later in life, Harold would often be seen around his home in Davie County, my home, in Davie County, North Carolina, visiting with friends at the Davie Senior Center, Miller's Restaurant, or the Forks of the Yadkin and Davie History Museum. He was a fixture at area veterans events right up to his passing on New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2023. Mr. President, please join me in a moment of silence for Mr. Harold Lee Frank, a man who embodied the greatest generation, and in recognition of a life well lived. I yield the floor.